Alright, what I'm doing is I'm putting a ring of 3M 5200 around each one of these holes. It's going to act like kind of a little bit of a washer whenever this squishes up against the transom. And then when I put this up against the transom, we're going to squirt 5200 liberally into each one of these holes and just coat it like you would not believe. I want this stuff in everywhere. This is just kind of to create like a little bit of a seal around each one. Alright, so now we have each one of them done. I'm going to do that on the boat too just a little bit to create kind of a double mating surface, and then we're going to get my wife out here to raise this trim back up, see if we can't run some bolts through this transom. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're not going to sandwich it as much as we did last time. Alright, go ahead.
This is bottom button, right?
Yeah, no, the bottom button,
Trim.
correct. A little bit more. Okay. Just can you stay in there for a second?
Same.
I'll get the rubber mallet. What's that 2x4? Is it going in?
Yeah.
Hold on.
That one needs one may have to be watered out a little bit. Let me see if I can hold it up.
I see the ends.
You do? Okay. I guess that's a good thing, huh? I'm gonna hop up there and
They
squeeze
have
that in.
lots of that goo on it. That's my technical term.
I can't even reach them.
You can reach the two where you just put the screws in.
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
Huh?
I see Pookie. I can't see that.
Can you? There we go. Got it. Okay.
Which one's that one? Is that the small
This
one?
is another big one. What's that, Elisa?
Get me a popsicle stick.
Why is it?
Yeah, I'll spread that Pookie around the hole.
Oh, you don't. No, the wash will go on there and do that
Yeah.
for you.
There you go. And then you want the big ones in, or the?
Yeah, we're gonna do the big ones.
Okay.
Extra at the base of
Yeah.
the screw.
You ready?
It's the-
No. Yeah, go ahead and try.
They're gonna hold that down. There it is.
Okay, one thing you want to make sure of is that you're putting this stuff called anti-seize on it. Each one of the bolts that go through where you put the nut on the end of it, you need to put a little bit of anti-seize. It just keeps it from seizing up and not being able to get it off if you ever have to. So they include this with the swim platform. I think this is more important in saltwater areas, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. All right, so I'm fixing to crawl inside the boat with all my hardware, which is in my hand here, my 9/16" open wrench. And my dad's going to be underneath the transom here, tightening it up as we go, and we're going to start on the outsides and come in. Put a little anti-seize on there. All right, far side by the, what do you call it?
I know. You ready?
Yeah. All right, one thing we noticed is probably should have waited to drill that last 2 holes that actually go up through the transom, but I don't see how you could have sealed it otherwise. They were off by about, a 1/16 to an eighth of an inch, because when you tightened up the swim platform, it sucked up against the transom, and then now those 2 holes did not line up. So we just had to waller it out a little bit with the drill, and now it fits. And I'm fixing to take these big long needle nose inside and hold a nut over the hole so Dad can screw up into the hole, the nut, and hopefully we hit it. I mean, I'm serious, I only have about an inch and a half of space to mess with. So we're gonna see if that's gonna be possible. One thing, I remind you guys, this 5200 gets everywhere, but Mineral Spirits cuts it like you wouldn't believe. It just takes it right off. Wherever it is, it's super easy to get off with Mineral Spirits. So I'm hopping in with my screws, see what we can come up with.
They're all in there.
All inside?
Wait a minute. Washers? You got washers?
I have nothing up here. I have 2 back there. That's all. It's only 2 ones left.
All these go to the braces and everything.
There should be 2 more washers there.
I
2 more
guess.
big ones.
Big one? Oh, big one. Yeah, I got 2 big ones.
Yeah. Here.
And those 2 nuts, the nylocks.
There you go. I just don't. Well, if you can even begin to get it over the hole when the nut's coming up.
I really need to take this brace out of here. Stop the camera. As you can see, we got it on there, and we are getting the support straps ready, or rods ready to go. You see the, kind of hard to see, little blue dots right there. You actually have to kind of bend those tabs to get them exactly where they need to be. But basically, as it goes from, there's a little wood reinforcement here, it goes down to the transom, and there's some lag bolts go in right here. They're 1.5 inch lag bolts, so they don't go all the way through the transom. But so what we're going to do, we have to actually drill all the way through to the very top, and then you countersink an Allen head hex into the top piece here. So that's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. We just got back, lined it up, make sure we were happy exactly where it is. I've also left myself space for trim tabs that I'll be doing down the way. and that keeps it out of harm's way. But so far, so good. This thing is really coming out nice. I'm happy. This gives us a lot of extra space in the back of this boat to play with. Okay, so what I did is I drilled up. There has to be one sticking up or through the platform all the way. And let me see the nut there. Notice that it right here has to be beveled. So we got the air grinder, and we're going to grind it in. See if that need more. A little more.
A little more. Make it flush.
I would waller that side out. Kind of go cheat it to the back.
Side?
Yeah, no, back side. There you go. Just like that. So now it's flush. And we'll do that. It's only one. The other one is a wood screw that goes up from the bottom. I'll show you what that looks like. As you see here, the other one is just a simple lag that goes in. I still haven't drilled the transom yet. I've been scared. All right, let me show you a little trick with drill bits so we can get this thing to focus. I had to switch over to iPhone because my phone, the other camera died. Anyway, you take a piece of tape and it tells you your depth. This is exactly how deep I want it to be when I drill the hole in the transom. And I just put it up next to the screw, and that's what tells me what it is. And then I'll drill into that spot and stop. All right, drilling the hole. There we go, done. Now I'm gonna stick a bunch of glue in there and seal it up really good. It's beer 30, because guess what? It's done. Well, at least the swim platform is. I haven't put the interior back, but that's really here nor there, no big deal. But just basically drilled those holes and installed that the bracket up here. Pretty easy, nice and flush. Made sure we put sealant on everything. Cleaned up the sealant, the excess sealant with mineral spirits. And hung it up there. And then look here. You pull this up. Slide it out. And for the people that were concerned that you were too close to the drive, look at that. You're still at least 2 feet away from that drive, and it's not even tilted all the way down. So you got long way away from it. And then you can put this down. Good to go. And it supports up to 600 pounds of weight. So I'm standing on it right now, bouncing away, and it's supporting my weight. Yeah, they said it's supposed to support 600 pounds, so I'm pretty much lighter than that. And then Dad had a great idea. We're going to use the leftover bolts from the swim ladder, and he chamfered these holes to countersink it to put this in here, and then we're going to 5200 and seal it really good. And then that's when I get the HydroTurf to go over here. It'll lay over nice and neat, and then that way you've got your holes nice and sealed. So I'm going to go back to putting this back together, and we'll pull this sucker out into the driveway and where you can see it better, and I'll take a wide range shot, a final parting shot until we get on the lake. But I love it. Looks really good. Oh, this vinyl right here that goes up against it, we had to trim it to fit, and then I put some 3M 5200 right there, and then held it on with duct tape for about 24 hours to make sure it dries good, and then we'll clean it up after that. So there you go, guys. So a little walk through here. That's how they're screwed on, down to there. There's the bow eyes reinstalled. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, this is probably a solid 6, maybe a 7. Wouldn't you think so?
6.
And you got to have at least 2 to 3
4 for
people.
me and 6 for
And
you.
luckily my lovely wife was here to help us with the trim up and down. The trim is key on this boat because we put the 2x4 on top and it was able to kind of help hold this thing up here. Made it so nice. So I'll see you in a minute. Well, here you go. That's the final product right here. Yes, the duct tape is still on it, but that's holding the glue in place. But look how level it came out. I was kind of worried it was kind of kicked up in the back, but it's absolutely perfect. Walk around here. So as you can see, this is actually a fairly easy installation. It just takes some time and a little bit of patience, that's all. So as long as you got that, you can make it happen. Yeah, right at 6 hours for the full install. That's taking about an hour lunch also. So simple enough. I'm gonna go inside and have me a couple of beers and some dinner. And next time you see this guy, who should be on the lake,